still function.
Wanna bet?
Starscream, you fool! Always throw me off into space. Hello, folks, and welcome to the Mechpit chat. I'm Ironcaster here to settle you into the week that will be in, not the week that was. As we delve into the past to talk about news from that we've covered. Wait, maybe I didn't think this through enough. Let's take it from the top. No. Folks, welcome, and what a Monday it is. And also the Monday before the 4th of July. So, folks, I want you all to go out there and make sure you have a happy 4th of July for yourselves. Go and enjoy your Independence Day. Holy cow, T-shirt! You man, you actually decided to stop by. I'm touched that you would remember that I exist out here, and I welcome you all the same. What a weekend it was! Nice, relaxing. I spent plenty of time painting minis, and of course we hung out with a lot of the people out here, a lot of our good friends over on the the social medias, T-shirt out there. We try to show our love to everyone out there, the Cotton Council out there, and yes, T-shirt. Thank you for that like. As always, those likes help to spread the love because we can't just have just one bot. No, we have to we have to all come together to form a big mighty Constructicon as we all come together to make this game, make this show, something a little bit bigger than the sum of its parts. So, folks, as I was saying, it is the week of the 4th of July. So I want you guys to all go out there, enjoy yourselves. Have a hot dog, eat a hamburger out there, go play with some sparkles, and try not to set yourselves on fire. Don't go stepping on any hot coals out there as you go out and do your barbecuing, because it is a time to celebrate. It's a time to relax. This is one of those weeks that you can look forward to all year long because it has that nice long extended break to which you sweat and toil and work and keep yourselves going all year long, just thinking about looking forward to. Maybe you save those precious days off so you can go enjoy a nice weekend out on the lake somewhere, which between you and me doesn't sound like a too bad of an idea myself. But then again, we're not all quite that fortunate. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna do my thing as always, and folks, I want you all to make the most of it for yourselves. Remember what this day is, what the 4th will be all about. And I don't mean just an excuse to go, light M80s. No, to stop and think about the founding of this great country that has allowed for so many of us to go out here and do so many and be able to become whoever and whatever we want. To have people who can go from being the lowest of the low to be able to achieve such great heights, and allows us to sit here and talk about whatever we want with a little fear of repercussion, though even with that we do have some limitations around. You can't tell me what to do on the 4th. You're not my real dad. Au contraire, I have some news for you, my friend. You see, I was Juanito Caster one year as I jumped into a DeLorean and I traveled back in time some decades. That's right. And apparently I owe you quite an entire shitload of allowance. Oh, but that's the fun. We get to make ourselves laugh. So, oh shit. Oh, whoa. I have some noise coming up. There we go. Oh, sorry. It was the kick chat. I scrolled through too many of those 50 tabs I had up, and we had to have some audio blurring for me. Oh, wait a minute, folks. I want to take a moment to enjoy this special day, the special holiday coming up. as we think about the founding fathers, think about all those who fought to protect us all. And I want to invite someone here on the panels who's been one of our frequent panelists who's helped me to make these days go by so much faster and so much easier. So, guys, without further ado, oh, wrong clip. We have a wild snacks up here.
Did I just get Cecilia slapped?
You did.
Dang.
Well, apparently I've got to go get some new Cecilia clips now because we just finished up Gundam GQs.
GQX, yeah. Yeah, GQX in my salad, yeah.
So, have you had a chance to finish it yet by chance?
Oh yeah, I watched it day one, the last day. Like I saw it in them theaters, and then I've been like watching it every Tuesday, or by Wednesday the latest, like every week. So yeah, I did finish, and yes, I saw the super happy ending for everyone except for the zombies, which let's be fair, they eat their own. So
the zombies don't get to have happy endings.
Yeah.
That's like the moral of Gundam, except Minerva.
Yeah. Oh yeah, plasma launcher to the face, just like the original series by Char. Except for Char was in the freaking Zaku. Not Zaku. He was in the Red Gundam. Ooh.
So
did you finish it? I don't want to spoil it. Did you? It?
Hey, don't worry about it because like it's the internet age and it's been over for like 2 weeks now. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like I saw like 7 of those clips of that one scene where freaking they did a back to back, like the original Char shooting Cecilia with the freaking the plasma launcher, and then the GQX version of the same Char to Cecilia incoming.
See, I am currently on, I believe, episode 10. So I think once I get done here, I'm gonna go catch the last little bit of that and finish it up, and then look over to my Annie list and realize, oh, there's a whole new season of anime that is about to start.
Oh yeah. I've there's like a whole bunch of shit that I don't end up finishing, and half of it I still continue to catch up, and then the rest of them I'm like, yeah.
But isn't that the way it always is? It's like you've got, maybe you decide you're to watch 5 shows from a season, and then of those you manage to keep up with like one of them, and then one you sort of kind of drop off, and you're like, oh yes, I want to go back and watch that.
Sometimes this is rare, but sometimes we get a season that is so darn good, we do like we don't binge the episodes. We program our own like little time slots. Back in the day, used to have like Saturday morning cartoons, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the days of streaming now, you have to be like, okay, what am I gonna watch first?
See, the thing I was always doing was I would always be like at my computer, either like painting or playing some games, and then I would always like save watching anime and that for like on the TV, but I just had to like sit down, break down, and say, fine, second monitor it is.
I finally got a second monitor for my computer, and a bigger one that's actually a computer monitor. I tried with the TV, it did not work. Too fuzzy. I was just like, oh, this sucks. But
you mean not just your phone on like a little like anime girl like butt pose stand?
No, that'd be way too small for my phone. I don't have a huge brick phone, so I mean, even the iPad is kind of small for my old ass.
Yeah. For those of you, of course, who may not necessarily know what I'm talking about when I mention this, here, how about I pull up a reference for? Oh, that is a giant photo, huge ass. Here we go. We here at the Mechpit HQ, we have nothing but the finest of equipment to hold our phones up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not bad. Then that makes me wanna freaking design and 3D print a girl kind of like holding up a phone, kind of like Crucible style, right? But her butt is propped up so she can like hold the weight and keep it like stable. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Some of the first things I wound up looking at, some of the first things that wound up popping up for me with like 3D print files when I started doing my delvings were some
Yeah.
of a bunch of like anime stuff, and I'm like, I don't necessarily think I needed the cheaper one, but I may or may not have this file on hand.
Not bad, not bad. It does need some detailing, I will say.
Well,
Um,
you're not exactly gonna be looking at the front side of that.
no, but also like if it's that way in the front, I mean, it needs detailing in the back too. Come on now, gotta flush out the curves, literally.
Of course, they just call it the Jacko pose.
Yeah, that is what they call it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny how that turned into an entire little mini market of those, but to where you could always you could find like 30 different anime characters with it. I when I was just doing my little brief search, I happened to find like the Dark Magician Girl, and I found a bunch of like I think pink VTuber characters. And let's see if there's Dark Magician Girl. There's a couple bunny girls. That's just the One Piece flag. I can't even talk about that one. But hey, there's 2B. Sorry. I'm getting a little distracted.
That one must be from a certain anime that we cannot show on the YouTubes.
I'm surprised we don't have one yet of Saba, given how fast the fan artists, the modelers are.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, did you happen to catch any of that this weekend?
Oh, you mean the not Gara?
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, no, what are you talking about? She's just a brand new VTuber. She's a catfish.
Yeah, brand new catfish girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was never really a shark fan girl, but yeah, no, I'm all for it. I'm all
She's
for
and
it for the new blood, you know.
looking over at her channel, like she went live, I think like Saturday. It has 2.7 million views. She has 962,000 subscribers. Arguably
Yeah,
the queen of VTubers at this point.
it's kind of like people like knew who it was, you know. It's like they didn't really care about the model; they care about the soul inside the ghost inside the shell, if you will.
Ooh.
Yeah, like what I did there, little little cyberpunk genre in there.
Yeah.
Um,
Which I'm like, have you been tracking me at AniList? Because I've been starting to read the manga.
we've talked about the manga many times, and I've read the manga like quite a few times after I bought like the box set. Man, I love the freaking shit.
It's
Great.
been on my wish list for a while. I keep meaning to go pick it up, but
I picked it. I saw it at a decent price in Newbury Comics, and I was like, hell yeah! I picked it up.
well, maybe T-shirts onto something here, and maybe I should go look to see if the manga is currently on sale with all the Prime stuff going on. Well, with like they're getting ready to do their Prime Day sales, and we have to have the
You could probably
pre-Prime
get
Day
a good.
sales.
You could probably get a good mark on the box set. The one that I got. You saw the one I got, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty dope. It's big. It's a little big to fit on your bookshelf if you have manga size bookshelf, but it's good
I mean,
stuff.
back behind me, I've got a comic shelf. It's full of all my Common America.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's perfect size. Then perfect size.
Although
Yep.
that said, I probably should go and clear it out a little bit and parse the shelf out because
Yeah.
I'm starting to have to it's getting so full to that point where I'm squeezing the books together just to slide one more in.
Yeah, I'm starting to I need to stack more make some more room for my Gundam Thunderbolt that I'm getting because it hasn't finished yet. But that is the one I check I always check up when it is, and then I forget what time it is, and I'm like, oh wait, I gotta check it, and then it's like, yay, it's out, I can get it tomorrow.
Ooh. I guess Vince maybe. Oh, if you see it now, I'd say just go ahead and try refreshing the page. Let me just send you. Let me throw that out anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
But yeah. That is the manga I am currently gathering. It used to be Food Wars, but Food Wars is done. The anime is done. The manga, I have the whole manga series. I don't even know if I watched the full anime, but I read the manga 5 times, so it's I feel like I've already. It's one of those times where you read the manga so much you don't need to watch the anime because it's I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain.
Oh yeah, hang on. Yep.
Oh no.
Yeah, I just caught word of this before going live, and I wanted to take a little more time, tomorrow, to sit down and get a little bit of material pulled together for it. But this completely came out of nowhere. Jim Shooter passing away.
Yep. Yeah. No one's out forever, but it's wow, that's crazy.
He's he's one of the big guys who helped, especially with the '90s. I think he was the head of DC in the '90s. So we got Chuck Dixon, Mike Baron, as with him being I think editor in chief at DC.
Yep. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Well,
a little bit of a downer there, but
a bit of a sour mood, but that's okay. Thanks, T-shirt. Sorry.
No, T-shirt. Thanks for bringing that to my attention.
Yeah.
Total surprise there on that.
Yeah, I know. It's Jim Shooter was I don't know if I read any of his work really. Yeah, I might have actually. Honestly. I'm not the person to be like, oh, I love this comic book. Who's the writer? You know what I mean? Especially back in those days. I was just a kid to be like, I will read Spider-Man, this one.
I like the Jim Shooter era.
You're a freaking nerd. I watch Batman.
I read comics for the letterer.
I bet you do.
Oh, Vince. No, we show our love for Peter David. He did some of the best Aquaman comics. He's the guy who gave us Aquaman getting his hand eaten by piranha and giving us the hook hand, for example.
Yep.
But let's see. But do you have the Food Wars hentai? It's called Crude Wars, and it's scat.
Is it scat, huh? Interesting. I haven't actually heard of that. Is it one of those dojins that the spicy dojins? Technically, not all dojins are spicy. It's like OnlyFans that people just know the spicy ones. No, I don't know, but that's interesting. Thank you, Fabric Folds.
I love Fabric Folds showing up in chat.
Yeah.
So
I mean, let's be honest. Food Wars doesn't need anything more spicy than what it's got. It's got some pretty. It's damn near borderline on the age zone already, but especially the manga. There's a couple nudie panels, but
you
it's
mean the best? You mean the best? Those are the most worn out pages.
um weirdly no. Those are the second most worn out pages. The most worn out pages are the pages with all the recipes on them on the manga, which I'm trying to replicate.
Oh right, Food Wars. That food.
Yeah, no,
I
they have was it like practical lessons or something like that? And they have literal like actual recipes. Like they're pretty good too. Not bad. I've replicated a couple of them and there's a couple that are like straight up my favorite like things to eat.
there was a manga like that I was reading about cocktail about this like husband and wife, and the husband works at like a cocktail lounge, and every single like chapter of the manga would end with like him making her some sort of recipe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he'd okay. So it'd be like Food Wars, but instead at the end of like a couple of chapters, there'd be a recipe of a cocktail
Yep, it
or
was
some kind of mixology thing.
love is like a cocktail,
Hmm.
and then every single chapter of the manga would end with the recipe. And apparently, it did get adapted for an anime.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt that. Yeah, sounds interesting.
Whoa! As I'm like pulling up Crunchyroll, I see like the episodes are 3 minutes long.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I can.
It's a short form one. Those can be good. Sometimes they're good, but I need at least 10 minutes to like bite into the freaking story. Otherwise, it's like
Which really is it's such a weird thought to have like a 3 minute episode animes.
yeah, that doesn't make any
It's
sense.
I mean that said, there've been one or two other ones I did enjoy. There was this one about like I
Like
can't
a three
understand what my
minute,
husband is saying.
yeah, like a 3 minute video, just like a normal YouTube video or whatnot. Like 3 minutes is like an update, like a quick update. You know.
Well, not even that though, because you've got to figure most YouTube videos are like what 10 minutes, if that.
Okay, so 3 minutes would be a quick update. 10 minutes would be like a normal like show. You know, just a normal like quick show. You know, some kind of a update, especially like an update thing. Um, and then like 20 minutes would be like an episode of something. You know, like that 15 to 23 minutes is like some kind of like written out like you know what. But yeah, 3 minutes is not an episode. No.
I
No,
mean, there's
I agree.
also I mean, I think YouTube Shorts now do 3 minutes, so that would be about the length of a short you could upload.
I admit I read Food Wars for the recipes. Almost. The recipes are almost that good.
Sure, Jan.
I
And I
I
read Playboy for the political articles.
let's be fair. Let's be fair. I come for the food chasms. I stay for the recipes. The food chasms is actually that term was coined by Food Wars, not like the fandom that read it, because there was the every time someone like I eat something, there'd be like a big like artist description of like what the food how it's feeling, you know, their clothes that get ripped away, they'd
Maybe
be
it's
on a
that.
cloud.
Maybe it's that series I'm thinking of. I'm trying to think. I think it was another one where where you had another character having like that similar sort of reaction to.
It's the Iron Chef high school like shonen. That's what it is, straight up.
Okay.
You know Iron Chef, right? The show that
Yes.
you pits one person against another person, you know. get a person from the industry person against one of the Iron Chefs, and yeah, that's really good. It's like that, except for it's a cooking competition. Because it's like there's been many animes that had like a cooking competition, right? You could probably name like 100 easy, and like it's just that element, yeah. And they do it so well, so over the top, and you learn a whole bunch about product and cooking techniques.
Got a cat crying for food now.
Meow,
been talking
meow,
about it so
meow,
much.
meow, 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 meow. Feed me, human. Feed me now.
No. No.
I almost heard "feed me now." Actually, it was more like "feed me meow."
Right meow.
Right meow.
This cat. By the way, have you gone and picked up any of those like video game cookbooks by chance? Because there's a couple of those I was looking at that I kind of want to pick up. Like, I did pick up the one for Final Fantasy 14, and I've done a recipe or two from it, which
is that the one with the car?
No, that was 15. 14 is the MMO.
Okay, yeah. I was about to say, was it 14 or 15? I'm forgetting what those numbers. I love it. Like I just said, is that the one with the car? You knew exactly which one it was.
Well, yeah, it's basically the Stand By Me ending. Actually, literally. Oh my gosh, Cat, no. You're fine. Actually, so there's a couple of cookbooks I was looking at, because we gotta be the weebs, we gotta be the nerds.
Yeah, I'm just wondering where you're gonna find the chocobos to cook. Boom, 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 boom.
You want
to eat the rice, a ricey ball.
And really, it's like as crazy as it is to think about, a Street Fighter cookbook actually makes sense.
Okay, I'm gonna break it down. We got some neri flakes cut into ribbons. We have a very soft boiled egg, medium soft. It's a medium soft egg. That's nice. Looks like spaghetti noodles or some kind of egg noodle. And some black sesame. It's black and white sesame seeds. And I don't know what that red thing is. It could be ham of some sort. I don't know. And that's all I can see visually off the plate. Well, yeah, some green chives as well. Okay. Can you read it? Because I can't read it.
Let's see.
What did I do with the ingredients?
1.5 tablespoons of salt, 1 whole egg plus 4 egg yolks, 2 tablespoons of white miso, 3/4 cup of Parmesan cheese plus more if needed. 1/3 of a cup of Romano cheese, plus more if needed.
Okay, so that's the one I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing the noodles are tossed in a cream sauce, right? A Mornay, if you will, some kind of a cheese sauce. It's nice.
This is apparently the Ken recipe.
Yep. And the egg yolks. Is there flour in there too?
Cheese, black pepper, spaghetti, duck fat, duck bacon, garlic, nori sheet, white sesame, black sesame, scallions, and poached eggs. No flour.
Okay. So yeah, I was like, okay, good. You don't have to make the noodles. You just use spaghetti, which that was the first thing I said too. I like, looks like spaghetti. It could be some kind of other egg noodle, but it looks like spaghetti. And I'm not even Italian. I could tell. Yes, that's just grilled plantains, isn't it? Yeah. Cool. That's nothing really need to be.
Yeah, it's very Blanca.
Yeah, it's not nothing really to it. It's just Blanca.
Rolling Thunder. It's
just tea with milk.
Yeah.
Is it milky tea?
Yes.
It's milky tea. It's breakfast tea, I should say. Let's see. He's probably got like a whole bunch of food, huh? Wow, that is quite the well, a lot of stuff in there.
So yes, long story short, there is in fact a Street Fighter cookbook. Also, Skyrim, D&D, there's the Star Wars cookbook. There's virtually every major video game property has a cookbook of its own. I'm sure there's a Nintendo cookbook at this point.
Hell, Snoop Dogg has a cookbook. Snoop Dogg doesn't need a cookbook.
You know, it's called "You Get the Munchies, then you just eat whatever's in the pantry."
It's pretty much what cooks. Yeah.
All
right.
So yes, that has been our food segment for today.
Starting next week, we'll talk about flipping techniques.
You got flipping and floppy.
We'll flip the bird, flip the burger.
You know, there was a clip making the rounds from Warcraft that had caught my attention. Let me find it. I think Oh No, It's Alex commented on it. So let me go find his thing about it here real quick. Yes. Just which is the current state of World of Warcraft.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you ever played much of it at all, but holy cow, has there been a downgrade in the quality of the cutscenes?
Not my genre of geekdom normally, so I wouldn't notice.
Well, you got to remember, like, once upon a time, Warcraft had beautiful cinematics. These were like the
Oh
stuff.
no, I remember those. Those are amazing. I did watch them, even though I didn't play the game. And yeah, they were pretty cool stuff. It was like top tier, like straight up top tier cinematic. Yeah.
Well,
Now what? That looks like 2004, possibly 2008.
Stop this! Dinah fought to save all.
you remember all those amazing characters like the Lich King and Arthas and his fall. You remember Darutan and
Yeah.
and of course,
Now, I have to ask a question: is that a dark elf or is that a high elf of
color.
Of color? Sorry.
That's
That is a
really
fair
good
question, though. Honestly. I will say it's not a woodland elf because there is no like elements of plant of nature around that character. She's very much paladin up or knighted up, which.
But she's our new main faction protagonist character.
All of Azeroth. He sold us out so the Alliance and Horde could wage war in Parzalga.
Ma'am, your sword is stuck in that lance, and the shield is. Why are you blocking with the lance if you have a shield? That's
not only that. You think about this from like a cutscene perspective. Like, these are character models.
I know.
We back up. Literally, it was just we spin the characters around.
Horde could wage war in Parzalga.
Okay, so you know the spurky nerdy kids that acting skills were so bad they couldn't even join the theater club.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're doing right now.
Real quick before we check out some more, before we suffer some more, let me bring someone on real quick.
It is the sheriff. Yay.
Oh, I thought I stopped this. And I know a few things about awkward theater kids, okay?
I do too. But let's just say if you did that shit in theater class, you would get corrected. Be like, that's not how we do it. That looks stupid.
Well, yeah, stagecraft and all that. I remember taking. I think I even took a stage movement stagecraft, even some fencing in college once.
This is not only our black elf, but also our disabled black
Hey,
elf.
hey! High elf of color.
You mean it's the DEI elf of the Grand Council?
Note
Yes.
the single eye that is
Sorry.
milky white.
In reference
See-
to the first 5 minutes of Ironheart, it's the DEI hire of the Grant Council, because obviously, if you have grant money, you own it.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
did you watch a little bit of Ironheart?
I watched till the commercial because we don't have the premium. So
Do you want to review? Do you want to review that on freaking Wednesday, or do you want to do something else on Wednesday?
we can do something else. Like I said, I only watched the first 5 minutes and I was done.
I know we did the what is it, the theatrical the trailer. We
Yeah.
reviewed that, but I don't know if I want to watch the rest of it. Everyone's like, it's garbage.
It is hot garbage.
Yeah.
It is mech related, so it's good we get it out of the way now. And yeah, it's bad.
So long story short, we will not be, in fact, talking about Ironheart next week on this channel
Okay,
when
good.
the series is wrapped up.
I feel like we have.
Is
said
it wrapping
everything.
up next week?
Yes, this is Ironheart. They are dropping all at like one time, or well, actually, they're dropping it in 2 batches. So
Oh,
it'll be
And 2
Okay.
dumps. Oh,
yes.
okay.
The
Wow.
first 3 and then the rest.
Well, you see, much like a bad turd, it wasn't going down after one flush. They had to, they had to break it up.
Yeah,
and
you had
try
to wait
sit
till
down.
the toilet got pressure and then try it again. Yeah.
Yeah,
So much shit.
Yeah, too much. When do you have to wipe it that much?
That is a good analogy.
Yeah.
When there's that much shit, you can't do it in one flush. Oh god.
Well, and that is
Oh.
our official review. I think.
That's our official review.
I think you
I
can
didn't
clip
watch
that 3
it,
minutes and put it.
but
as a
I
score.
condone it.
Yeah, there's-
Punkwaddle only watched a little bit of it, but he also condones it.
Yeah. No, I mean, Tony Stark was well. He was able to build his Mark I in a cave.
built this in a cave.
Right. It wasn't like
What are you
he
talking
was just a rich guy who didn't know anything.
Whoa! He's a white man who had all that privilege and billions of dollars in the bank. It doesn't matter whether or not he had it on hand. It's the fact that he had the safety net of it in the bank that was going to protect him.
Yes, his money saved him in a cave. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
His
That's-
money
that's-
saved him in the cave. He had welding equipment and he had stuff to maybe make a freaking.
You know, he
Some
had plot
arsenal.
armor, but it wasn't in billions of wads of cash, you know. Ba-dum-bum.
So, speaking of billions of dollars, we happen to love billions of dollars.
We do.
There's
I've
a lot
never
of things.
touched $1 billion, but
There's
I
a
wish
lot
I
of things we
could.
happen
There's
to
a lot
love
of people
on this
things
channel.
people love, but they've never touched before.
And well,
Yes.
in a way, Vince, I'm kind of happy you were talking about staying true to the comics, because we did get a little bit of comic book news this week that I think us here at the Mechpit chat would have of some interest.
Oh, did we?
Some things that are confirmed and some things that are rumors. So first and foremost, there's the fact that I believe with issue 25 of Transformers for the Energon universe, Robert Kirkman is going to be taking over the writing of the show, of the comic.
Okay, I heard that that writing was switching. Actually, I was just having a discussion with a friend about the release of the omnibus of old and stuff.
And to his credit, and to the current author's credits, it has been one of the best comics that I've been reading. It's one I cannot wait to bring home, sit down, and rip open as I quickly tear into it and find out what happens next.
Mm-hmm.
I've praised it constantly on here and many other channels. In fact, I talked about this on Friday over with Nick Weiser. Like, it's one of the comics that everyone out there should be reading. It's one that I will talk with people at wherever I'm at. Like I've got people at work that have come, that were someone just came up to me today and was saying, you know, I finally went and I finally sat down and started reading that book we were talking about, and it's good. That said, it's in. I feel like it's going to be in good hands with Kirkman at the helm.
Okay.
And with that as well, there's a rumor going around that we may be also getting a TV show tie-in, an animated tie-in to it,
Sweet.
potentially coming from Robert Kirkman and his people. And I mean, just as a reminder out there, Robert Kirkman is the writer creator of series such as The Walking Dead, of Invincible, and those have been massive runaway successes.
Yeah, they've been pretty good on the TVs. So
Yeah.
I will state that they're good initial they're good like initial runs, but the longer they drag out those shows, they tend to fall off just in writing and all that. So, but I guess that's because they stray away from the comics.
Yeah, so there was an article that kind of hopped up over on Bleeding Cool that was touching on the rumor. This seems to be where I think a lot of this is stemming from. But I mean, that said, it has gone on. Transformers is one of the most profitable franchises that Hasbro has that isn't a Wizards of the Coast property. So it's almost a no-brainer, and it seems like it's such an obvious thing that we need to get this thing fired up, which is why we're starting to see more rumors, more talks going out there, including Vince, the Michael Bay stuff.
All right.
But before we get to that, do you guys have any last thoughts for Robert Kirkman Transformers?
I mean, not really. I mean, if it's getting given to put in good hands, then it'll probably continue to be something worthwhile.
Transformers has been around for a while. It's people know it. Most people have there's still a ton of people that have nostalgia for it from back in the day, and there's still like new fans of it from every like different iteration. How well did the Transformer movie go? The Transformer 1, was it, or what was it called?
Transformers 1, I believe underperformed because there was some talks for a while of doing more with it, and I guess last week there was a little bit of news that tied in with Michael Bay stuff that I believe any plans for a Transformers 1 sequel fell apart.
Yeah. Screwed the pooch on that one. Oh well.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about that. Yeah.
Oh. But a new show sounds really fun, so hopefully they'll nail it.
I was just trying to look up and see how many reprints are we on for that first series of Transformers, because it's one of the few books that I can think of that has been getting reprints time after time. Actually, if I go to League of Comic Geeks, I could probably pull this up real quick. Transformers Skybound. Okay, yep, this has a number of reprints. Okay, so we are on a 12th printing of like issue 1 of the Skybound comics. It has been in such high demand that it has been able to garner that many reprints of a book, which you don't really see much for many comics outside of like the trade paperback, in which case it's just restocked.
Yeah. Well, they I guess they underestimated how well they were doing. Yeah.
all in all, the Daniel Warren Johnson run of Transformers for the first 24 issues has been spectacular. And if I've not convinced you guys by now to just pick it up and check it out, then I don't know what more I could do, short of mailing you guys a copy each.
That's kind of how I feel with Thunderbolt sometimes.
No, that's fair.
Hey, maybe we'll come up with like some sort of bundle for Christmas. We'll figure it out.
All right, I'll just send you guys Gundams.
You've already done that. We want you to enjoy our stuff now.
Fine.
But yes, as we were kind of alluding to, had been mentioned in passing, there's been some all kinds of stuff going on with Transformers, and Paramount has apparently decided that they want to actually get something in motion.
Ooh.
Which I can only presume has to do with them trying to hold up the stock value of Paramount. As they sell it off to, get picked up by, was it not Skybound?
Yeah, that might make sense.
Which, come to think of it, that's actually not a crazy thought to have, because for all we've shit on Michael Bay over the years for being, the filmmaker he is, you cannot argue with his success. Michael Bay is one of the 10 most profitable directors of all time.
Yeah, you don't have to like him, but somebody does.
You know what's a good idea? Explosions. Let's put a hot babe right there, and then 20 seconds later, we get a machine guns, dynamite explosion over there. Thank you.
Make sure there's enough lens flares.
Yes.
And in fact, as I pull up Wikipedia up here briefly, just to back this up, number 1 is Steven Spielberg, 2 James Cameron, the Russell brothers are 3, Peter Jackson is 4, number 5 is Michael Bay. And Vince, your profitability does not equal good. However, at the end of the day, it's all about the money, and Michael Bay made money.
I'm sure there is someone who's got a really, really good movie that had to remortgage his home twice.
Yeah, probably James Cameron, but
but his remortgaging was like in the multi-millions. So,
right, but at the end of the day, like, for all we've poo-pooed on Michael Bay, you can't argue that, given the current state of Hollywood, you would rather have some of the dumb popcorn flicks of him just having CGI robots fighting on screen over Ironheart. I mean, which one of those two are you going to sit down and watch for 2 hours?
Well, if it's on Saturday afternoon, I'll definitely let the Transformer play with commercials.
Yeah, if it's a mini-series, like on a service site like Disney Plus, I'd watch Michael Bay do a mini-series of robots fighting, 100%.
And, I was talking about this the other day.
Hot babes and big robots that explode. I'm all for that.
Oh, we gotta have those low angle shots of Megan Fox over the hood of the car. She's like,
well, maybe not Megan Fox now, but a similar attractability from 2008 to Megan Fox.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
That sort of cinematography, and for all we've poo-pooed on the guy, there are memorable moments like that to this day have stuck with me. One I was talking about this past week, and I was sharing in our little private chat. It was Optimus Prime's speech at the end of the first movie. "My name is Optimus Prime, and if you're out there, you're not alone." That speech.
Yeah.
While you have Linkin Park playing in the background, it just puts a little smile on my face.
If you're out there, remember.
I don't disagree. Like, some of the people who do the popcorn flick, the stuff that's made for everybody, the things that are gonna hit, like, they know how to make it hit well, right?
Yep. Was it the Mission Impossibles? Those are kind of popcorn-y flicky. that just came out. I don't know how the last movie came. I heard is it underperforming or is it just hitting par? I
can't remember.
I think it's like slightly underperforming, but it's almost hitting par. I think. Was it Dead Reckoning Part 2 or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
I didn't see it, even though I kind of wanted to see it. I don't have time to see it because I'm doing too much bullshit.
I am Optimus Prime, and I send this message to any surviving Autobots taking refuge among the stars. We are here. We are waiting.
Oh, you gotta be more. You have to sound more Optimus Prime than that.
My name is Optimus Prime.
My name is Optimus
I'm sorry.
Prime.
My name is not Peter Cullen. I don't have the ability. I don't have like the fourth testicle to be able to get that voice.
Autobots, roll out.
You skipped the third one.
That's true. No. He needs to double the manliness, not just 1/3.
Wait. What are you talking about? You're supposed to have 3.
Yeah. Well, you don't have 3.
There's something wrong with you, buddy.
Something wrong with you, buddy.
Right. All right. You know, penguins have a different anatomy than humans, apparently.
But even like the dumb shit in those movies, I still laugh about. Like, he gave Devastator a nutsack.
Speaking
a
of,
big old swinging pair of testicles.
Do you remember when the the Turtles movie, the live action Turtles movie, CGI?
Oh God, that was one property that I wish he never touched.
Well, no. Let me finish though. But some spoof, I don't know if it was College Humor or somebody back then made a joke about that because of the Transformer and being like, look, the turtles are gonna have anatomically correct penises, and for each style of turtle they had like the spiky one. Yeah, it was awful, but it was hilarious. So yeah, they were making fun of him giving the turtles correct junk.
Well, that's one way to know just how dedicated you are to your craft, I guess.
Oh God, and
CGI dicks on freaking CGI monsters.
We also had Kelsey Grammer as a villain in one of those movies with I think Transformers 4.
Okay.
Age of Extinction, which I like for 2 reasons. One, of course, we got to have Kelsey Grammer in it, but also the fact that like he fucking murders T.J. Miller, and I hate him. I look at him, he's got this smarmy like attitude. I'm so happy that he got turned into a literal pile of scrap metal. Like, he got turned into transformium and was presumably melted down to make Galvatron's ass.
That's a good argument, and after further review, I must accept your notion.
And they don't acknowledge it after that, where it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, sorry your friend died, and then they completely move on. We act as though the T.J. Miller, who was like hitting on Mark Wahlberg's like daughter, talking about like, well, you know, the age of consent is 16. It's like, yeah, he's total creepy pervert, and you feel good when he dies.
Yeah.
Bravo, Michael Bay.
I mean,
yeah, the Mark Wahlberg Transformer one was kind of
it was rough.
Yeah.
It was Marky Mark and the Transformative Funky Bunch.
Yeah.
Also, the Galvatron and We Have to Go On and all that stuff, and like he would have been squashed like a bug.
Yeah. Like, it was Marky Mark, but Marky Mark was trying to play like a Nicolas Cage role.
Well, I mean, he's been in Blue Bloods for long enough, right?
Yeah.
Wait, no, that was his other. That's Donnie.
Yeah, T.J. Miller was also one of those things like I really didn't like about that movie because the actor's always just kind of irritating. Well, comedian, actor, whatever you will call him. He's always bothered me, and he comes off as like he has like this super punchable face.
Mm-hmm.
Some people do.
Some people have a punchable face, and some people have a punchable voice.
Let's see. And let me go look over his IMDb. Let me go look over the Wikipedia entry to see if there's anything I can use to justify my dislike of him.
No, just look at his face. I mean, he was obnoxious in the Deadpool, and most of the roles that he's taken
look at this guy.
Yeah, no, I don't want to.
You know,
No.
I guys, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I should have warned you guys.
All right, guys. He's got.
I'm
Yeah,
looking at
he's
Twitter
got
right
a
now.
face. Yeah, his face is punchable, I guess, but it's his voice that I really have a problem with.
And you know he could talk lower if he wanted to, but he definitely hams it up for sure.
He high pitches it up. He sounds grumbly, like he's like he just has like definitions as like, hey, I smoke weed and I don't pay my taxes. Like whenever I hear his voice, that's what I think of.
He was in a movie I remember seeing on HBO one time about going to Mexico or something. It was real dumb.
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Oh god, what's the freaking Donkey Kong voice actor name? From the movie. Seth Rogen.
Oh yeah, he's got another punchable face slash voice as well.
It is like they rolled off the Amsterdam assembly line of being Lama Weed as a personality.
Well, you know, Freaks and Geeks brought on an era of things that were emulated that should never have been started.
Yeah.
It was all because they all tried to like be, you know, make nerds and kind of all that geeky shit into like niche in Hollywood.
He's not talented at all. He's not funny. He's just well connected. That's all.
And that's the reality of it.
That's honestly, if you have a foot in the door, people don't really care. That how you got in there. You're on television. You're a celebrity, I guess. You know, there's a lot of people like that.
You know, we need to have more people of quality we can go and appreciate.
Yeah.
More people to you know, to show up and, you know, go and show our appreciation for, you know, people who are willing to follow you on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, I have there's a couple people like that who come to mind for me. Who am I talking about? Why, it is my favorite dental themed superhero, Jetman.
You know,
who will be sure to remind you to brush your teeth.
He's going to support the Candyman back to hell.
What is he up to? He's at a dental show.
Sure he is. What big teeth you have, dental man.
What is he up to?
Oof. My goodness.
He's going down. Like, oh, he's like, oh, hey, we're going to be at this show, doing all this. We sell plushes. Very happy every day. Someone reports to me that they have been to the dentist. The day is near when people all over the world will have healthy teeth. I am so proud of you guys.
I feel like he.
You know, I like that. Let's
Is that a real guy or is?
Yes. This is real. Like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And again, he's the dental superhero who wants to like make sure you brush your teeth and you floss.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you gotta have something else now.
What, you need to go have a snack? Your teeth are too clean.
I need like 7 snacks, and I'm gonna have to use some mouthwash too.
Maybe some Japanese candy.
I ate all it.
Oh.
So apparently the next Kamen Rider might even be themed on cavities.
Oh no.
Yeah, just to show you what I'm looking at. All right, so when the fall comes around, we get a new Kamen Rider. The season's current rider, which is Gav, who, you know, our food themed rider, who I've had a lot of affection for, and I've talked about incessantly on the show here as well.
Yeah, you mentioned him. But very good at food section.
Yeah, it's coming to a close soon, and we sort of see it's getting to that point where we're starting to see some behind the scenes photos. Well, and with that, we're starting to just get some little sneak peeks out there. And I'm just saying, looking at that, I could see where someone could look at that and think, teeth.
I think it's a squid.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
oh wait, no, I'm sorry, I might be wrong. I think this is for the current series because which tied into all the food stuff. So I am
Yeah.
totally misunderstanding this. Admittedly, I've kind of fallen off a little bit with Gav. Just time has been not on my side, and I've been barely able to watch the anime as is. But anyway, it was sort of I saw it. Let's see. Kamen Rider Carries is based on cavities, and Kamen Rider Towerin should be based on toothpaste. If this is the case, then Dentman better appear. We love Dentman.
Yeah, if that shows a freaking that would be the move too, right? Have him just pop in for a cameo.
It just shows up in the background somewhere, like, oh, by the way, here's this character. But guys, that's been our hour, and I think we've had a lot of fun just kind of rambling on about every little topic along the way.
Yeah.
I want to thank the both of you for showing up and help me make this show happen, because it is the reason why I look forward to Mondays, because it is so too easy to sit here and play into the Monday sucks trope,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whereas if we're doing something on Monday to look forward to, such as the Mechpit chat, then it stops being the worst day of the week. That said, I still will hold on to Tuesday, in fact, being the worst.
Yeah, it's okay. Is that because you have to go on someone else's channel?
Well, no. Well, it's because. All right. So, as I've explained this, and I'll give you my spiel briefly. With Monday, you still have the weekend high you're kind of riding off of, so you at least have the water cooler talk. So, what'd you do over the weekend? Friday's obviously Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the weekend. You're gonna enjoy that. Wednesday's hump day. You're halfway there. We're living on a prayer. And with Thursday, you can kind of start getting your plans ahead. If you're going away, maybe you start packing up the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday's the day to look forward to Friday.
Mm-hmm.
With Tuesday, you don't have any of those, except for maybe tacos.
Tacos are nice.
But with that said, snacks. You doing a nip and egg tomorrow?
I might be. It's possible. We're definitely doing a show on Wednesday though. So, depending if I'm going to be puppet building, I probably won't do that on stream. If I'm doing model building, I will do that on stream. So it depends. And it depends on how late I get out tomorrow night too. So.
Summertime in the city.
Yeah.
Maybe we could plan for Thursday or something. And because I've got plenty of minis to paint. Like I've got this little orc Batman to paint.
Ooh.
Oh sure. I can do a stream on Thursday. Yeah, I'll do a nip and nag on Thursday, and then Ronnie might be able to pop on or start his Thursday show on Monday, or his Monday show on Thursday.
Okay. All right. Vince, thank you so much for dropping those links in the chat. Punkwaddle, you got some more Podmers coming to us this week?
Oh yeah, I got my positivity tomorrow. I had my break the ice for Monday today, and then we'll PSAs Friday, and then the ice house on Saturday, and then it is the weekend or the 4th of July weekend, so might be doing some IRL things and taking that.
Are we gonna get some fireworks safety PSAs?
Maybe we should. That's a great thought.
And then we watch as Punkwaddle gets set on fire. But as for myself, tomorrow hopefully be hanging out with T-shirt for a Tuesday with Geek. But before that, folks, come on by Pops's, where we are celebrating the 4th of July early this week. As we sit down, we talk about one of the most patriotic movies, one that's become a very yearly tradition for myself, as we talk about Team America World Police.
America. Let's
Oh,
get it.
yeah.
No, freedom isn't free.
Freedom isn't free.
Called $1.25. $1.09.
Well, what better to talk about than with like a bunch of puppets?
I mean,
Just don't. Just as long as you guys don't go pooping on the stream.
No,
well, yeah, that's
Why
not
would
gonna
we?
happen.
it's terrible. Who would do that?
Yeah.
But
on that
guys,
note,
with that, I think we'll be on our way out. What do we want to be on our way out with this tonight? How about a little mercy?
okay.
Guys, with that, take care of yourselves. Be good yourselves out there. Do all those things that Culture Casino would say. Remember that the week is only starting, so don't burn yourself out too fast, and don't go setting yourself on fire with fireworks, guys. Seriously, I don't want to hear about anyone going to the emergency room.
It's true.
Guys, take care. I love you all. Have a happy 4th of July.
Mercy, good masters, please don't kill me.
I'll try and calm him.
Shut up, dear peasant, rest your head, or I'll let the sorceress kill your ass dead.
Amazingly, the peasant is